Yo, what's up everybody? Once again, it's Brand Man Sean, and I had to do a real quick video right here, just without my phone, because one, I had a conversation today that reminded me of something that I want to talk about. And then also I have a big announcement for you guys. But first, let's get to this thing I want to talk about based on this conversation I had. I've started to notice that a lot of artists really don't understand what a system is, and they're working against themselves in a lot of scenarios. So let's just use this one scenario when it comes to building followers. Everybody knows pretty much at this point, there's like that method where you like people's pages and you might comment, that kind of thing, and then you build your followers. Some people just literally take out like an hour of their day, 5 hours of their day, and they just binge going in on other people's pages, liking and commenting. And that does work. It does, create awareness and bring you some followers. But for this behavior specifically, think about the fact that sometimes people will take 5, 10 hours, 3 hours, whatever amount of time they're taking, and just focus on that. But then they'll wait another 2 weeks, or and then just do it another random time, or maybe they'll do it the next day, or they'll do it for 3 days in a row and then they stop. So what's the point? When we're talking about building a system, it's better to do 1 hour for 5 days in a row every single week for 6 months, for 1 year, than to just binge randomly 5 hours here, 3 hours there, 2 hours there. And why that's so important is because any area that you can do this in and just break it into small increments, you're probably preventing yourself from progress by going into binge behavior, because you're starting to attach it to results. Like, you do it 3 hours in a row, you see some cool results, but then the next day, you might not see those results the next time you do it exactly as good as it was the first time. And then you'll start to feel like it doesn't work, or it will just kind of kill your own morale. You need to just make it small increments and do it over a longer period of time. You'll find yourself doing more actually over time. You'll find yourself feeling less like fatigued and tired from doing it. And the biggest part about it as a whole is just the fact that you'll have a sense of system. It'll build confidence because you won't be attached to the result as much in the small microseconds. You'll be looking at it, hey, after 6 months, oh snap, this thing helped me out. Look where my account is now, based on, as opposed to like, where was my page yesterday, or where was my page 4 hours ago? Did I get follows? Detach yourself from those results in that particular scenario. But there's also like other versions and other spaces in your process that you can do that. One of them is being in your branding process. So let's go ahead and hop into that, because I have a big announcement, and that is, you guys asked for the brand guide and I finished it. It's launched now. The link will be in the description below. But why is that so important? It's because 2 parts. One, you need to have a foundation when it comes to your brand, and you need to know that there's 5 parts to your branding DNA, and there's only going to be 1 or 2 parts of those branding DNA that actually matters for you as an artist. Most artists only leverage 1 or 2 sides of it. All artists are not the same, so you need to figure out what those are for you. Goes over that in the brand guide, of course, master music branding. But beyond that, there's also this part of your brand that really relies on packaging. Yeah, that's the best way to say it. Packaging. A lot of artists don't understand this part because they focus so much on the brand side, the fan side, but artists, managers, and especially people who would like have a new record label that you're trying to build, you need to understand the business side of your brand. And that a lot of times relates to packaging. It doesn't mean, oh, if I'm a big artist and I have a lot of fans, I'm going to necessarily get brand deals. You can get some pretty serious brand deals when you're a small artist. You can get better deals with like t-shirt companies and things like that around your city if you understand how to package your stuff. They'll be willing to say, yo, this person takes this themselves seriously. And we go over that in this additional guide that's just for those people who, are at the point of their career where they're saying, no, what, I want to take this seriously. I'm committed to it. Not, I'm just experimenting with this music thing and I kind of hope it works out. Maybe I'll get signed. These are for people who really are committed to their art, especially those who are committed to being independent. Why it's so important to understand this as a music professional and having your packaging together is because that's where the money's gonna come from. As an independent, you will find most of your money will be coming from brands. Those type of sponsorships and partnerships. Look at Chance the Rapper. He said he needed to do that deal with Apple because he needed that 500K because of what he did. And think about it, how successful that dude is, right? But being indie means you don't have a bank. A label is a bank, essentially. He didn't have that. So he had to figure out other ways to get that money. You're going to have to do the same thing. And it starts when you have 1,000 like IG followers, 2,000, 3,000 IG followers, not necessarily when you get huge. Because they started raising money earlier. They actually had parents that can kind of help out in some facets. Do you have that? Probably not. So make sure you check out the Build a Brand Kit if you are more, on that professional side and need to get money, you don't have any funding, check that out. But other than that, I'm going to be doing more of these videos because I haven't done a phone type video in a minute and my arm's getting tired. But I got some conversations and some things that I want to talk about that I'm probably not going to do other full videos on in that other format. So be tuned for that. Check the link in the description below. You guys will find the stuff helpful. If you like this video, go ahead, hit that like button. If you like it, might as well share it. And if you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button.